guys, this is Ashley back with another podcast episode. We got a lot to discuss. Cardi B sends out an apology to her fans because she was doubting herself. And then also we're going to discuss the truth behind Bia and Cardi B's beef. A lot of people don't know where it started from. And, Bia did tease that she will be dropping a diss track towards Criminal B. And Cardi B will be sending pre-written bars made by Partisan Fontaine aiming at JT, Nicki Minaj, and Bia. Okay? Now, she posted this on her TikTok Live.
To apologize to my fans, to myself, and to people that love me for losing myself. You know what I'm saying? Losing myself and just losing myself and not being myself because of negative things that put me in a wall. And I wanna apologize if y'all ever felt that I wasn't giving my all because of thing. I'm trying to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking trying. Trust me. But I'm finding myself. And all I want from you guys is support, is love. Honesty, of course. I don't ever want you not to be honest. But honesty, support, and always defend me. Always love me. And really hard journey to be back myself again.
So let me know how y'all feel about that, okay? I wonder how come she never apologized for wishing death on her fans. She apologizing for not being consistent with the music, which I don't really think is a big deal because no shade, it's not like she writes it. But she has yet to apologize for wishing death on her fans. Didn't she burn the book that they bought her for her birthday? Didn't she say she was going to burn a book that they made her or something? I'm sorry. Let's move on from that. Now, people have been asking, why is Bia and Cardi B just now going back and forth? How did the beef start? Well, allegedly, this beef has been brewing ever since Nicki Minaj hopped on A Whole Lot of Money remix. Now, Bia used to show hella love to Cardi B early 2021 and 2020 before the Whole Lot of Money remix because Cardi B has shown love to the song on social media. Now, here are some tweets that may have been deleted, but just because you delete the tweets, no shade of Bia, they're still on the internet. She also replied to a fan that said that Bia is the new girl inspired by Cardi. She said, if you're not inspired, you're not paying attention. You can at least be a fan of someone's work ethic, growth, contributions. I've been writing for 10 years. What she's accomplished is not easy. 100 emoji. And this was March 9th, 2021. Then fast forward, A Whole Lot of Money remix comes out. And allegedly, Bia's label, I think she's under Epic or RCA. I think it's Epic. They wanted her to get Cardi B on the remix originally before she added Nicki Minaj. But according to Nicki, Bia was in her DMs for years. And Epic Records, they wanted Cardi B on A Whole Lot of Money because, she was blasting the song on Instagram and showing support of the song, and the song was rising on the charts. But Bia had been asking Nicki Minaj. And, allegedly, Criminal B feel like Bia has switched up, on her ever since she started working with Nicki Minaj. And then on top of that, Bia has deleted hella tweets supporting Cardi B. So that's how the beef started, okay? Because no shade of Bia, Bia was always showing love to Cardi B before she got that Whole Lot of Money remix verse. And then on top of that, allegedly, Bia's label wanted Criminal B to be on the remix. And if Bia did not get Nicki Minaj, okay, because, she had been in Nicki's DMs for a while, they were going to, see if they can get Cardi B instead of Nicki Minaj. But I think Cardi B would have sounded awkward on that record. I just think, in my opinion, it's best for the female rappers, all of them, to remain neutral. You don't got to be Team Nicki. You don't got to be Team Cardi. Just be neutral. Because at the end of the day, once you pick a side, usually you have to stay there. Because you can delete tweets. You can pretend like you don't know that person, which Bia has done. But at the end of the day, the receipts are all online. Okay? Moving on to Doja Cat. Doja Cat goes off on social media because she can't go on Twitch. She said, "You got 48 hours, Twitch. I'll come down there and do something with my farts." I don't know what that means. "To your central air systems. I'm drinking milk by the gallons." Okay, that was fucking weird. But one thing I will say about Doja Cat and her weird mental breakdowns, why are you so obsessed with Twitch and streaming and being on these racist white chats? Like, don't you have any friends in real life? I think Doja Cat is a certified weirdo. This is why I say I like Doja Cat's music, but her personality is completely garbage. No shade. I'm like, why are you threatening Twitch? You shouldn't even be on Twitch. You're an A-list superstar. But it seems as though Doja Cat won't stop the antics until she starts completely flopping. And hopefully by 2025, her payola gets taken away, in my opinion. Now, moving on from that, the hybrid barbs are all happy because Nicki Minaj played Agora Hills, or actually it was DJ Poof that played Agora Hills at Nicki Minaj's World Tour in Las Vegas yesterday. And I also think she brought out Tyga to perform. Now, everybody's like, Donika. I don't know if this really means anything, to be quite honest. I don't know if she tells DJ Poof to play certain artists. But I will say that Agora Hills, like I told you guys before, Agora Hills is a fire record. Okay? You cannot deny that it's a hit. Now, moving on to Nicki, Meg, and Queen Ari. So, Megan Thee Stallion reposted that she was listening to Queen Ari's album, and Ariana reposted it on her story. A lot of fans were saying that, this is fake of Ariana to do, because she's so close to, Nicki, which I don't really believe that they're that close anymore. Okay, no shade. I don't believe that. But, Megan Thee Stallion, she wants to work with Ariana again. And she's trying to get Devil Nation to ask Ariana if they can do another collaboration. Because remember, she was on the 69 remix. What was that remix called? 69 or 32 plus 36 or 34 plus 35? Whatever it was called. It added up to 69. So I'm just going to call it the 69 remix. With Doja Cat. Okay? And, Megan, she's trying to get more in the pop lane. Because at the end of the day, Megan Thee Stallion, she don't have a lot of pop collaborations. She got Maroon 5, Dua Lipa, the Ariana Grande song, but she don't really do a lot of pop collaborations. And the song that she did with Renee Rapp flopped on the charts. So she's trying to get more pop collaborations, and she want to work with Ariana again. Now, some fans feel like this is fake of Ariana to be reposting Megan Thee Stallion. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Honestly, I don't know if Nicki would really care, but I don't think Nicki is going to look at Ariana as a sister or as a really close friend if she does another collaboration with Megan Thee Stallion, because the beef is set in stone. Okay? Even though I knew they didn't mess with each other, I've been talking about it for the past 3 years, it's very evident now because Nicki has publicly called Megan Thee Stallion out and made a diss record called Bigfoot. But Ariana could just see it as it being just business because she already has worked with Megan in the past. But it definitely would cause a lot of controversy, and I do feel like it would definitely cause a bigger rift between Nicki and Queen Ari. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on to the Snake Champagne Thickums. Allegedly, he was spotted out with Scratch Off sister. Okay, and allegedly they are dating. Wow. Can't say that I'm shocked because Champagne Thickums hit everything. He's smashing everybody. Goodness gracious. Community D Champagne Thickums with the BBL. But I really don't think that they're fully dating. I think he just smashing. You know, Champagne Thickums don't stay with one girl for too long. Okay? I think he probably hitting it and quitting it. And you guys got to remember, he's close to 21 below average. 21 probably set them up. But this is why I said Nicki needs to work with Kung Fu Kenny and forget being loyal to Champagne Thickums because he don't really fool with you like that. Now, fans are speculating that Ebro from Apple is sending shots at Cardi B or possibly Megan Thee Stallion, telling them that they have to hit the road to get their fan base and to sustain in the industry. Let's take a listen.
What artists are saying, because I've heard this from a lot of artists privately. I'm glad he's saying it publicly, and I hope more artists say it. To know how to find your fans, and then to know like what they want from you. You know what I mean? And I think more artists need to just go out and you don't need a big arena tour. And I know the ego of an artist that has done that before to say, you know what, I'm gonna just go do some small dates, find my fans, connect with them, hear them, they hear me like that. I think artists, y'all got to get out of the studio. Y'all got to go on the road. It don't got to be, too much. Just do some spot dates just to connect and be out on the stage. And I think that'll help you find, your audience, activate with your audience, and then figure out what people actually want from you as an artist.
So a lot of fans are saying that, he's talking about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion because they never went on the road by themselves and done a tour, okay? He did previously talk about on his show that, a TikTok song is not going to sustain you in the industry, that artists got to start doing more if they want longevity in the music business. And here's the thing. The reason why Criminal B and Megan Thee Stallion can't go on tour is because at the end of the day, no shade to Criminal B, but most of her sales is payola. So people are not going to show up. That's why she can't do no tour. She can't do a theater tour. She can't even do a gymnasium tour. Okay? She might be able to perform at somebody's picnic or cookout, but Cardi B can't go on the road because nobody's going to buy tickets. At the end of the day, she don't sell out. And that's the problem because her career was paid for. Titanic Records gave her payola, these fake accolades, so that way she can attempt to push Nicki out. It didn't work, and now she's suffering the consequences. After the hate train, people are not focusing on Cardi B anymore. So that's why she can't go on tour. And as for Megan Thee Stallion, the same thing. Nobody is going to go to a Megan Thee Stallion tour, okay? Not an arena tour. Like I said, she may be able to do gymnasiums, a picnic, a cookout, but an arena tour, no, okay? A theater tour, I don't think that's going to sell out either. But a gymnasium, okay? A picnic or a cookout, I definitely think that she'd be able to sell out that. Now, moving on from that, Queen Bee's Texas Hold'em ties Crazy in Love and Beautiful Liar as Queen Bee's longest running #1 in the UK for 3 weeks. Congratulations to Queen Bee. One thing I will say though, no shade of Queen Bee, but I do feel like a little bit of payola is involved. Texas Hold'em is not even close to one of the best Queen Bee songs ever to exist. But it's getting all this push, all this radio, and she is topping the charts like she never did before. And I just don't believe that is 100% organic. I'm sorry. Okay. Now I know she might have garnered a new fans. More of the Caucasian people are supporting her because she went country. But I'm sorry, something seems fishy. No shade. But I'm happy for Queen Bee's success despite, her stealing people's writing credits, stealing, bottle designs and stuff like that. Because she's still the first female Black musician in country to go #1. Okay, that hasn't been done before. And so I do feel like she's going to set a trend. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on from that though, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give Drea Michelle Donkey of the Day or of the Year. Now, you may not know who Drea Michelle is, but she is a Instagram dot who have slept with many men in the industry like Diddy, Chris Breezy the Colorist, Trey Songz. She got 3 baby daddies. And she is 39 years old, currently pregnant by a 21-year-old named Jalen Green, a basketball player with a $40 million contract currently. Okay? And so with that being said, she started dating him last year in the summer. Okay? They weren't dating for long. And she has a son, an older son, that is the same age as her current boyfriend, which is kind of sick. She announced her pregnancy, saying that, being a mom is one of her superpowers, even though she has child endangerment charges on her record for leaving her firstborn at home while she went and skedaddled around town, throwing that coochie around. The reason why I'm giving Drea Donkey of the Day is because not only is this predator behavior, okay, because if this was a man, if this was Camel Face, matter of fact, Champagne Thickums deserves Donkey of the Day too. He 38 smashing 21-year-olds. But not only is this a little bit weird, but it's the fact that it just comes off disingenuous. I don't really believe that a 39-year-old has anything in common with a 21-year-old. I believe that Drea got knocked up because she needs some money, and that child support check is going to help. And I also believe Drea couldn't get anybody her own age because men in their 40s usually go for younger women and women that don't have 3 baby daddies and haven't been ran through by the industry. Okay? So, unfortunately, Drea and her washed up coochie got to receive Donkey of the Day. This is weird. And unfortunately, she's having a daughter. I don't think that she's equipped to have a daughter or any child because, to be quite honest, you have child endangerment, charges on your record. But I just don't think she's a good example for a young woman. So she will be receiving Donkey of the Day today. Now, a lot of fans think Jhene Aiko is throwing some shade at Queen Ari because she posted her own song, Eternal Sunshine. And as we know, Ari's new album is called Eternal Sunshine. And Big Sean and Ari used to date. Okay, so fans are calling Jhene Aiko out for posting this, saying that she throwing shade. To be quite honest, no shade to Queen Ari, but I think Jhene Aiko could beat her up. Okay, if I was Ariana, I would not even respond because, I think that Jhene, ain't she from Compton? Or maybe she's just from LA, but I know she hang out with the Crips over in LA. Okay, I heard she be hanging out with them gang members. So if I was You know, Ari, I would not respond because you don't want the smoke. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description, and have an amazing day.